Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Here? Hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 6, Episode 24. I just watched episode 23. If you want to see my reaction video about it, I'm gonna put the link into the eye. I'm gonna put the link also for the playlist that I made for My Hero Academia in case you want to rewatch all of My Hero Academia with me, guys, from Season 1, Episode 1 to right now, with all of the OVAs, with all of the movies, with everything, in case you want to rewatch everything. You have all of that, all of these videos into the chronological order on that playlist. And in case you can be interested, on my Patreon, you can have a full reaction part for this episode, full opacity, full reaction part, and you can have 4 episodes of advance on my binge watching. So if you want these advantages, it's on my Patreon. It's to thank you to support me on my Patreon that I'm working hard, to give you advantages on it, like this ones. So if you want to support me and to have these advantages, you can come on my Patreon. Guys, last episode I cried because clearly I knew that Dark Deku would face his friends, would fight with them, and they would try to convince him that no, he doesn't have to isolate himself. Yes, being with them, it can put them at risk, it can be dangerous for them, but they're okay with it. And that's really something with the situation, like Deku can take a decision, like can maybe not want to put them at risk, but if themselves they're okay with it, and in fact they want to be with him, they want to help him, they don't want for him to leave, like he's not the only one making a choice right there. They can make that choice also to take that risk that he doesn't want for them to take. In fact, they want to take it. So listen to them, Deku, like right there, the fact that all of them intervened one by one, except for fake French guy and the invisible girl, because they were occupied with Kirishima. All of them, one by one, they intervened to try to convince him, to remind him what he did for them, what he taught them, what he told them, what he did for them, how he saved them. I loved it so much. The fact that we had flashbacks to explain all of that, that was too much. And finishing with Ida, with reaching him, who wants to convince him with his mind, with his quirk, with their quirks, that was so great. Then Bakugo talking about their past, their relationship, explaining finally why he bullied him during all of this time, apologizing to Deku and to all of the Dekus. That was so well done, the fact that we saw them at different ages during that moment, really meaning that all of the Bakugos were talking to all of the Dekus to explain and apologize, and that was so great. All of that was so good, so for sure I cried. The fact that when finally they are taking Deku to UA, to the shelter, they are facing people, an entire crowd who doesn't want for Deku to enter because they heard rumors about Shigaraki targeting him, so they don't want to be put in danger. I'm divided about it because for sure I want for Deku to join them. And who are you to say to someone, no, you can't be safe with us, you have to stay outside. Oh, he's a human being, he deserves to be safe also inside, like, why you and not him? But at the same time, I understand that they're afraid, and it's so difficult to try to talk, to convince someone who is afraid. Fear is really one of the worst emotions, on that sense that you can't reason with someone who is afraid. I don't know how they can do it. But I love the fact that at the end, like Ida, Bakugo, and all of the other ones, Todoroki, all of them, they intervened to talk directly with Deku. And at the end, we had Ochaco taking his hand to tell him to stay there no matter what. And really, all of them intervened, tried to convince him physically, emotionally with the feelings and all. And her gesture, you know, just to take his hand was so sweet. Like really was just a little thing like that was so sweet. I loved it a lot. And really, I wanted to see what she was gonna do. So to have the episode finishing with that, it killed me. So now I'm really like, okay, what is she gonna do? Ochaco, we're gonna see it at the beginning of this episode. I'm really impatient, a little stressed, but mostly impatient to see how she's gonna convince him to stay into UA. And these people also, I'm impatient to see how can we convince him. And these people, I'm also impatient to see how we can convince them, because I can really not see it. Again, to talk with someone who is afraid and rather an entire crowd, and into this context, it's really rough. So I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they have to do it. And then I will watch the final episode of this season. Like really, this session today for me, it's for the 3 last episodes of this season 6. Let's go for it. I'm impatient to discover all of that. Okay, I'm not gonna repeat it everything again, but on my Patreon, 4 episodes of Advent, full opacity, full reaction part, level 3, best way to support me, advantages, to thank you. That's it, you have everything. Let's go for this episode, and let's go to see what Ochaco is gonna do. My girl, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna cry again. Let's go for it. So you thought about that, you planned that maybe they would reject him. Really? I thought that it was a metaphor. How did you make it, like, build it? I'm sorry, I'm stressed. Principal, time to intervene, to talk. Your mom! Really? All of you guys, you can see that people treating him badly.
我々の考えに理解を示してくれる人たちに憶測が不安を呼び、全てを拭い去ることはできなかった。皆さん、落ち着いて。
And our friend. Continue.
校長から説明があって、ここは今最も安全な場所であり、あなた方の命を第一に考えて、緑や伊豆をおとりに、ヴィランの居場所を突き止める作戦をとったが十分な捜査網を敷けずに、成果はごくわずかしか得られなかった。
So you're confirming already that rumor that he is one of the biggest targets. 致命的な団員死を快く思わないことは承知の上、この最も安全な場所で。 Yes, he deserves to rest, to like all of you to be safe. Please. They didn't mess up. They tried, they didn't succeed. It doesn't mean that they messed up. Someone intervened, detection or someone... I thought you would stay with Deku. Ochaco? Your parrot! You're gonna say the truth? She's saying the truth?
の人のこと僕に任せてください。
You're organizing in...
その一歩がどれほど困難なものか私は思う。この困難な一歩を道となした時、そこにオールマイトをも超える最高のヒーローが誕生するんだ。
Cool. Really? You just faced all of them like...
人の喜ぶ顔が好きだった。
Yes.
両親はいつも疲れた顔をしていて、それが辛かった。
What does it continue? Your speech like it was just the beginning?
みんなの喜ぶ顔が好きだった。
緑谷君、浦中君が今戦っている。君を含めた全ての人の笑顔のために。
今この場で安心させることをごめんなさい、できません。余裕がなくて。
They're suffering the situation like you, like they want it, like they're not trying to fight it.
ヒーローたちが辛い時、ヒーローを守るのはきっと。
お茶子、どこ見とる？ヒーローあっちやで。おーい、ヒーロー！ありがとな。
And if you're hurt, they're supporting you,
ヒーローを守
and
るのは
that's why you have back your smile. You need your support. How come you're with help? No demo! No bet! And she's forcing you to ask for help. Right there. Whether you want it or not.
普通どれにしようか。
Like Deku.
赤がいい。
Your first fan! Yes, it's you.
これは僕が最高のヒーローになるまでの物語。そしてみんなが最高のヒーローになるまでの物語だ。
Oh, fuck you. I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay.
なんだいいだ。
ここは俺たちじゃない。
The crowd, let the crowd do it. They need to do it.
ごめんね。怖くて動けなかったんだよ。ごめんよ。ごめん。
Oh, just big tears on them.
異様は入れられないって何か所か避難所断られちゃってね。
Why?
でも君にまた会えたからラッキーだ。
That's so racist, why not her? I mean, I understand, but still, it's racist to do something that refuse her.
ヒステリックに糾弾する前に話ぐらい聞いてもいいんじゃねえのか？
Can you talk right now?
止血じゃダメなのか？堂々の設備なんだろう。
It's gonna be the same.
止血で同じこと。
Yes.
かつてオールマイトっつう不正室の男がヒーローを示したよ。そうしていくうちにいつの間にかみんなそこに込められた魂を。
The fact that he was human.
失敗を重ねて金も名誉も望むね。ヒーローと呼ばれた大勢の人間が投げ出した今戦ってる連中まで排斥していって俺たちに何が残る？どうやってこれまで通り暮らす？俺たちいつまで客でいるつもりだ？お前がここで休んだ俺たち元の暮らしに戻るのかよ？
I can't promise you that.
取り戻します。みんなが一緒にいてくれるか全部取り戻します。
He didn't say when, you know.
グラビティがみんなと緑谷君をつないだ。
Yes, she can do that.
そしてみんなが全員が少しだけみんなのことを思えたならヒーローが暇を持て余す笑っちまうくらい明るい未来です。今叶わなかった けど君のクラスがやってくれたよアイザック
You're saying it was him!
よくやったと伝えてくださいいいだ足の調子はさすがにミルクのようより黒霧の方は毎日声をかけてはいますが残念ながら進展はないです
You still have hope about it?
彼の個性のコピーはミルクが通した法則おぼろげでも逆転の意図は紡がれているどこに行かれるまだ避難を拒否している脱ヒーロー派の様子を見に行く
Yes, as yourself, as All Might, Queer Class, All Might. I'm so afraid for you, All Might. Stain! What? Second time now that we have Stain appearing since he was released. Second time now that we are seeing him, and each time he's following All Might. Like last time it was All Might and Deku discussing together, and right there All Might is gonna go after the groups, you know, the militias, the ones who don't want to go into the shelters, who don't believe, who don't trust heroes anymore. I'm already afraid of All Might facing them quirkless when these guys that are blaming heroes that much, and for sure in particular All Might, because All Might lost his quirk, you know, All Might didn't manage to really annihilate the villains. So I'm already afraid of that. Now Stain is gonna follow All Might also. Just one more episode to finish the season. So for sure I'm gonna be afraid that this one more episode that I have to watch to finish the season is gonna be about All Might and something bad happening to All Might. I don't want that. This episode was mainly about Ochaco. Like, I thought that she would talk to Deku to convince him to stay no matter what. I told you so in intro, and I told you also that I had no idea about how really they could convince that crowd to accept Deku when clearly they were afraid as hell, and talking to someone who is afraid, like really fear is one of the worst feelings, emotions, because to try to reason, you know, to convince someone who is afraid, it's almost impossible. So I didn't know how she could convince Deku to stay and how they could convince people to not reject him. And in fact, Ochaco, she talked to the crowd and also to Deku at the same time by saying the truth. Just saying the truth about the fact that he has an amazing power, the fact that his power can be the one to face truly one for all, all for one, that he can be the one at the end who is gonna save them all, but for that first he has to rest. He can't do it just like that. Look at him right now, he's so exhausted, he's so tired, he can't do it like that. The look at him moment was so painful, because yes, right now he looks like losing. And to have Kota and that girl intervening to say, we know him, he's great, he saved us and all, and to be the first ones to join him at the end, that's so cool, that's so sweet. But really, Ochaco, that speech, the fact that it's almost an instinct for her when it began to happen, you know, the crowd rejecting him, pushing them away. Directly, she decided to go on that building and to scream them things. Like, she didn't even think about it doing so, she didn't even think about what words she could say, she just went with it and with her heart, and she said the truth, she talked truly with her heart. That was truly amazing, I loved it so much, Ochaco. She's so sweet. And Deku himself, like, okay, she was trying to convince mostly these people, but in a way, it convinced also Deku. He could see that she was right, and oh, Ochaco, she's so sweet, she's so nice, I love her so much. And the fact that it was in front of her parents, with that memory when she was a kid, and yes, that hero who just got hurt, he managed to have strength again, to have the smile again, because the crowd was supporting him. And right there, that's what heroes they need, for people to support them no matter what. Because in a moment of failure like that, you need some support, you need your fans if you want to continue. And that's why a lot of heroes also, they took their retreat, you know. They stopped because they didn't feel any more support and that was too much for them. And these ones who stayed no matter what, because truly that's their missions in life and they can't imagine doing something else, they are the true heroes. Nothing, you know, is gonna make them change their minds. And yes, Deku heard all of that. That was so cool. The fact that we had a little more of the discussion between the principal and our guys, our students, meaning that they already thought about that. They already thought about the crowd being against Deku. The principal thought that just by telling them how much they are protected with all of this system in place, it would be enough, but no. The system put in place, like, I imagined all of the machines, you know, which could protect them. I thought about that big wall and all, but I didn't think that all of the parts of this area can move like that and all. Who built that? And since how long this entire area can move like that? From the inside, it's amazing and a little terrifying also. Mostly cool. They talked about the different attacks that they had against this call, against also the other one, and it made, you know, it created a little reminder of that theory that they announced to me during the season 2 about having a rat inside. It seems that they forgot about it. Me, I never did. For me, it's a teacher, one that we know, one that we don't know. Teacher from the school. For me, it's not an hero, it can be a student, so it has to be one of the teachers. At some point, I thought that it was Midnight. I'm sorry now that I said so, you know, even more now that she died. But for the rest, the principal himself! We're not seeing him that much. No. Clearly, he wants to protect everyone right there. No matter what, it's someone who is still around. Because none of the teachers got killed. Like, Aizawa got hurt and we saw him just right there. He's at the hospital, but it can't be Aizawa. So, who can it be? If we have a rat among the teachers? I still don't know. And I still don't know if I have to continue to suspect for a rat to be inside or not. Also. I'm gonna watch one more episode, the final episode of this season 6 right now for you. It's gonna be on another day, on another video. If you want already to watch that other video and also the 4 next reaction part, meaning also my reactions and my thoughts about the beginning of the season 7, you can have that on my Patreon by subscribing to the level 3. You're gonna have 4 episodes of Advance, the full opacity and the full reaction part if you can be interested. Okay, it's all for you for this video and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.